Hi and welcome to Squizz.com, the connected marketplace. For this episode 13, I'm excited to show you two new features we've added to the Squizz.com platform that will transform the way you communicate and engage with others on the platform. The first new feature we've added into the platform is called the news feed. So what is the news feed? Well, once you're logged into the platform, it's a place on the homepage where you can see all the news and information that people and organizations are posting. It's also a place where you can create posts and share news with all the people who are following your personal feeds. And this introduces the second new feature that we've added into the platform called personal feeds. Personal feeds allows you and any other people on the platform to post and share things that matter to you, both personally or professionally. You can create many personal feeds, with each feed allowing you to post news into a feed on a particular topic or subject. For example, you could create a personal feed called Cooking, where you can post photos and ideas about the meals you cook each week. Additionally, you could create a personal feed called Work Life, where you can post about news and events that are happening at your office with your work colleagues that they may be interested in. The people connected to you in the Squizz.com platform, called your contacts, can choose to opt in and follow the different personal feeds that you make available to them. And vice versa, you can choose the personal feeds of your contacts that you wish to follow. This allows you and other people to control the kinds of news and information that you're interested in following. For example, if you're seeing content being posted by one of your contacts in the travel and nature feed, and they're posting travel images every hour, you may want to unfollow the travel and nature feed if you're no longer interested in seeing all the information about all their travels. However, you can still continue to see posts on their other feeds that you may be interested, such as in sports results of their local team that they post each week, or the great articles they share in their science and technology feed. Using personal feeds allows you and others to curate the content that you see in your own newsfeed by being able to opt in and opt out of the personal and organization feeds that you follow. Now, once you are following another person's feed, then anytime they post news into their feed, you will see the posts on your newsfeed on the homepage, along with all the other posts made by people and organizations. Each post will display from the latest post first to the earliest post last, all in chronological order. Also, your newsfeed will be free from seeing any annoying advertising, nor being misleadingly curated by software engineers who think they know best. In the newsfeed, we've added 3 filters to allow you to focus on the posts you see listed. If you choose the Show All filter, then you'll see both posts within the personal feeds you're following, as well as the posts within the organization's feeds. If you choose the People filter, then you'll only see posts made by people made in their personal feeds that you're following. If you choose the Organizations filter, then you'll only see posts within the organization's feeds that you are following. If you click on the feed name within a post, or from the feeds menu bar, then you can filter the news feed to show all the posts made under that particular feed. So in our example here, Lee Lang has a feed called Work Life, and we can see all the posts related that he's posted in his Work Life feed. If you wish to clear and see all the posts again on the newsfeed, just click on the Show All button again. In the feeds menu bar, 3 buttons now appear that allow you to see all the personal feeds of people that you are following. If you click on the Organizations button, then you can see a list of all the organization feeds that you are following. And if you click on the Mine button, you'll see all the list of all the personal feeds that you have created. You'll notice that there are already a number of personal feeds assigned to you. These feeds have been automatically created for you, so you can already start using the feeds, and you may wish to modify the defaults of these feeds to suit your tastes. From the Feeds menu, you can create a new personal feed by first clicking on the Mine button, and then clicking on the Create Feed button. In the dialog, you can give your feed a label, and set text that describes the content or subject that you'll be posting on regularly within this feed. You can also give your feed a description that provides more details on what the feed is about and the content it will be covering. Next is the privacy status. The privacy status controls who can see this feed. There's 3 options that are available. You can make a feed public. That means that anyone not logged into the Squizz.com platform is allowed to see the posts on your feed, as well as anyone who is both logged into the platform or is not following your posts. Note that posts made on a public personal feed will only be seen in the news feed for contacts who are specifically following your public feed. The next option for setting the privacy status is to set it to private. A private feed can only be found by people who are connected to you as a contact. People must be following the feed to see any of the posts made within a private feed. The third option is an exclusive feed. And an exclusive feed means that the feed cannot be seen or found by anyone except you. Only contacts that you personally invite into an exclusive feed and accept your invitation will be able to see the content of your exclusive feed. Exclusive feeds are good if you wish to be very selective of who can follow your feed. The next option is control if you want to allow people to be able to post within your feed, as well as be able to make comments against your feed as well. Last setting, add followers from feed, allows you to automatically get people who are following one of your other feeds to follow your new feed. So if I've got a number of people who are interested in my cooking feed and are following it already, they can be automatically assigned to my local sports results feed when this feed gets first created. This allows you to start posting content in a feed and reaching an audience that you already have in one of your other feeds. Once a feed is created, then you can see the list of people who are following your feed by clicking on the View Followers button, and the number next to the button will tell you how many people are following it. You can remove a person from your feed's list by clicking on the Remove button next to their name. Note that when you remove a person, they will be silently removed and will receive no notification that they are no longer following your feed. If you wish to see all the personal feeds that another person has made available to you, you can click on the Contacts menu, then find the person you're wishing to view the feeds for and click on the View Feeds button. This will take you back to the Feeds menu and list all of their feeds. You will see both feeds that you are already following, as well as the ability to follow any feeds they allow you to see. If you go back to the Contacts menu, for each contact there is also the ability to invite them into one of your exclusive feeds by clicking on the Invite to Feed button. In the Invite Selected Persons to Feed dialog, you can choose an exclusive feed you wish to invite them to. Once you've selected the feed, you can optionally send a message. Once you click on the Invite button, they will receive a feed notification where once open, they can choose whether or not to follow your exclusive feed and start to see your exclusive feeds posts. Now, when you decide to connect with another person on the platform can automatically assign both you and your new contact to each other's feeds once the connection request has been made. The feeds of yours that they are automatically assigned to will be based on the contact group that you assign to them. If you go into the Contacts menu and then select a contact group, after clicking the Modify button, you will see a list of feeds that you can choose for new contacts to be assigned to when they are assigned to this group in the initial contact request. So in our example, Steve here decided to connect with Gary, and he assigned Gary to the business contacts group. So that means that Gary will automatically be able to follow the home life feed, the work life, the sports and activities, the science and technology, the music, arts and culture, and all these other feeds here that are being ticked by default. You can customize this and say in your business contacts, you may not want them to see the post that you make on the sports and activity feed as well as your travel and nature feed by default. So you can change these settings and update them for each of the contact groups that you have set up within Squizz.com. And the opposite will happen for Gary. Based on the contact groups that he's assigned you to, you'll be able to see the feeds that the other person has made available based on the group that the other person assigned you to. Using this feature allows you to automatically start following feeds of people as soon as you make connections to them on the Squizz.com platform. And if you're ever unhappy with the feeds that you've been automatically assigned to, you can easily just unfollow the feeds that you no longer wish to follow for that person. If we go back to the home page, when you wish to post on your personal feed, there's a section here called Post News where you can post a headline. For every post on the platform, there is the ability to set a short headline up to 80 characters in length. Ideally, headlines should be interesting and grab attention to the people who are following your feeds, just like as if you were reading a newspaper. Once you've set a headline, there are several additional things that you can optionally add to a post. If you click on the Add a Message button, you can optionally write a more detailed message to go with your post. If you click on the Add Image link, you can upload an image in the JPEG, PNG, or GIF file formats. You're allowed to upload up to 6 images per post, and try to keep the image sizes under 1 to 2 megabytes in size. If you click on the Add a Link button, you can upload up to 5 web page links to the post. After entering the link and pressing the Enter key, the link will be added to the list of links in the post. If the link is a web page, then the platform will try to get the title of the web page, and if successful, it will add it to the link. If you wish to remove the link from the post, then you can click on the Remove link underneath it. If you find and put in the shorthand YouTube video link, and embed that within the Enter URL text box and click the Enter key, then the platform will be able to embed the YouTube video player into your post in the newsfeed, allowing you to display videos within the newsfeed. The next step is to choose the personal feed in which you want to post your news into. This post is about electronic vehicles. I might put it in my science and technology. The last step is to click the post button to add this post to the newsfeed. Now, because this post has images, we can click on the images to view those images in the large size format within the image viewer. Now, because this post didn't have YouTube as the first link, the video player did not display. So if we create another post, and this time when we add a link, we put it as the first link within the post. Then when we click the post button, you can see now the YouTube video player is now embedded in the news feed, and users can click on that to instantly start watching the video. Now, once you've posted the news feed, any people following your feed will be able to see the same post and the same content that you have posted. Now, when viewing posts, you can do a number of things with a post. You can like a post, you can acknowledge a post, you can dislike a post, you can report a post, and you can comment on a post if that's allowed. In Lee's post here, we may wish to write a comment, just like I've done here. And if I click on the add comment button, that comment then will be added to the list of comments where people can then also like, acknowledge, dislike, or report the comment. For any post, you can click on the comment button to view the list of comments that have been made against that post. And if you look at the number, that will tell you the number of people who have commented on that post as well. And the same for the numbers next to each of the different types of activity you can add against a post. When you post activity, the people who made that post will be notified that you've provided activity on their post. And vice versa, when people add activity onto your own posts, you will also see notifications in the feed come up. The other part of posting on the news feed is that when you write a post, you also have the ability to post within organization's feed from the news feed. So when I create a post, if I click on the post to organization feed, I can type in the name of the connected organization I wish to post within. So I've got this example organization here called IT Constructions. And then I can choose to post in the feeds of that organization I'm following, I may wish to post within. Because I've been set up permissions for that organization, when I post, I can either post as me as an individual person, or I can post on behalf of IT Constructions. If I choose to post on behalf of IT Constructions, I can broadcast messages representing the organization as a whole. Whereas if I was going to post just from me personally, it'd be as if I'm making an individual post on their feed. So I'm going to put this about the meeting today into the sales department. It'll be from me that post has been made, and I can click the post button. Now when we see that post, we can see that the post is under the IT Constructions organization. It was posted by Steve Johnston, and it's within the sales department feed. So anybody who's following that feed in that organization will be able to see this post. And we can see all the posts of the organization sales department if we click there, and then we can see any posts that have been made to that feed. Now note that if people are posting to a public organization's feed, those posts, they will not appear in the news feed. They can only be accessed by going to the organization's profile and viewing the posts there. If people are posting into exclusive feeds, such as the one that we have here, then those posts will come up on people's news feed. So what this means, if you're a company that has public feeds, then when people post within those public feeds, not everyone who's connected to that organization will see those posts. However, if that company has exclusive feeds, then everybody who are following those exclusive feeds will be able to see those comments made by individual people within their news feed. So this means people are posting positive or negative comments about a company, then by default that those comments aren't shared around to a wide audience. And then people within that company have time to respond and can comment back on those public posts. So this gives you an overview of the brand new newsfeed that you can now access and play with once logged into the Squizz.com platform. And now you can set up personal feeds to be able to post and engage with people you are connected with, while still being able to control which people and which content are displaying in your newsfeed. Using the newsfeed, you can see posts about people and personal things that relate to them. You can also use it to be able to see posts about stuff related to your professional life, such as business meetings, sales forecasts, and any statistical results on the companies that you work within. Organizations can also use it to send out posts, information and deals, as well as the latest things they're doing with their organizations, and build up a list of followers to be able to communicate and engage with on the Squizz.com platform. Now, if you're not already aware, organizations themselves on the platform, on the profile page, can also create feeds and allow people to see the posts and communication happening for that organization. So in our example organization here called IT Constructions, they have a number of different feeds that have been created. We have one called Infrastructure Projects, which is a public feed. We have one called an internal staff feed, and that's an exclusive feed. So only staff members that have been invited to follow that feed can see the content of that internal staff feed. We have a public corporate feed, which is any announcements that company wishes to make can be posted there. And we have a sales department feed, which is once again another exclusive feed where we can invite only the sales employees into the sales department feed, where we can post sensitive information about statistical or information that is relevant to only those people within a sales department. So if you register an organization on the platform, you'll become an administrator, and administrators and people who have been given permission can create the feeds and can invite people into exclusive feeds to be able to share the content and to be able to communicate through using the news feed feature that we've now created. Now, if you wish to find out more information about the news feed or feeds in general, if you click on the help link in the footer bar of the homepage, then if you scroll down and click to the following feeds and posting link under the Squizz.com for you can find more information about how to create feeds and how to use feeds within this section, as well as how to format messages and the content of messages here as well. As always, you can subscribe to the Squizz.com YouTube channel to stay in touch with the new videos we release. As well as if you click on the profile link in the footer bar, and that takes you to the Squizz.com organization's profile page, you can also choose to follow all the feeds that we've made publicly available here as well. And that gives you a wrap up of the news feeds and personal feeds. Until next time, have a good Squizz.